Well, new evidence emerges that Google is actively promoting Kamala Harris and censoring Donald Trump to create an AstroTurf narrative that her campaign is performing better than it really is. We have all the evidence here on Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. This segment is sponsored by Done With Debt, helping American patriots at donewithdebt.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Let's start the show. Well, the evidence is clear. Big tech, Silicon Valley, and all of Hollywood have come together, united with the mainstream media, to AstroTurf Kamala Harris and make her support seem more evident than it really is. Our top story today from thegatewaypundit.com, news about Kamala Harris. When you type that in, Donald Trump polling lead over Kamala Harris. What do you get? Well, you get boosted Democratic excitement, help Harris reset the race against Trump. Kamala Harris leads Trump in 3 pivotal swing states. Donald Trump gets bad polling news from Newsweek. The Hill, Trump, Harris, neck and neck. New York Post, Trump and Harris, dead even. The Economic Times, Donald Trump leads in 2 opinion polls. And Political, Brown holds 4-point lead over GOP opponent. A Google search for Donald Trump polling lead over Kamala Harris yields returns that would have you believe the very opposite is true, that Kamala Harris is now ahead in the polls, a falsehood. In fact, when you Google about Google manipulating search results, you really only get some foreign publications. And I'm on a foreign country VPN right now. But basically, you don't get anything. So they're manipulating their own results about the articles about manipulating their own results. Anyways, you can see here when you say Trump and Harris presidential polls, boost in Democratic excitement help Harris, Axelrod Harris momentum leaning heavily on irrational exuberance, CNN, the latest of the 2024 presidential campaign, and Washington Post, in 2 weeks, Harris's campaign has reset the electoral map. How Google presents the latest presidential polling between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. You can see here that CBS has Harris above. Rasmussen has Trump ahead. You have the Daily Kos has Harris ahead by 4 points. And you have Harvard. Majority of people have Trump ahead. The reality of the latest RCP polling, which despite all the media conceived Kamala hype, still gives President Trump a lead. It is notable that the search returns offer a smorgasbord of left-leaning outlets such as CNN and the Washington Post, both of which whose editorial positions are decidedly pro-Harris. But Google's liberal bias goes well beyond mere polling. It likewise extends to the forming of narratives surrounding either candidate. For example, recently, investigative journalist Laura Loomer blew the lid off an explosive story involving an extramarital affair Kamala's husband, Doug Emhoff, had with his daughter's nanny, an elementary school teacher, while still married to his first wife. Reportedly, Emhoff impregnated the nanny, who allegedly had the child aborted, which had led to a divorce of Emhoff and his first wife. A quick search of the story in an illuminating case study of how Google's search engine operates, working to clean up bad information that might negatively affect Kamala Harris. For instance, the Doug Emhoff affair story was originally published in the Daily Mail. However, the Daily Mail is not included in any of the top returns for the story. Doug Emhoff affair was originally published in the Daily Mail. It says here, furthermore, that the headlines that are produced from my own Google search into the story may be classified as being overwhelmingly apologetic or remorseful in tenor. CNN's headline says Emhoff acknowledges affair during the first marriage after tabloid report. The New York Times similarly reads that Doug Emhoff, husband of Kamala Harris, acknowledged long ago affair. CBS News results say the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, admits affair during his first marriage. So it's not just the manipulation of actual search results, but they even go to the headline. So if you have a negative headline, let's say there's negative news, the framing and the characterization of that headline, if they can't keep it from being searched, they're going to suggest articles that make Kamala look good. A good example of that would be, you know what I mean? Like they'd be like, scandal, Trump fornicated with porn star behind wife's back, divorce, followed. And then for Doug Emhoff, it would be like Doug Emhoff remorseful after past mistake. And so they sort of flip this, tell-all into making you think that you're hearing something that you're not. Now, the truth is that New York Post also posted that Google was also slammed after search for Trump rally yields pro-Kamala Harris results, faces accusations of political interference. So Google was accused of skewing search results relating to Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump in favor of Dem rival Kamala Harris, days after allegedly censoring searches related to the assassination attempt on the former president. The tech giant again came under fire for potential election interference Thursday after a Google search for Trump rally yielded a photo of the vice president under its top stories with the label Kamala Harris rally in Atlanta. Post-analysis on Friday found that entering the term Trump rally no longer showed Harris photos at the top results, but still churned out news articles from left-leaning media outlets that staunchly supports Joe Biden's hand-picked successors after he bowed out. Very interesting. It goes on to say that in the very unqualified position that the media has had with its track record on reporting honestly, that I think that this is not by accident. This is probably genuinely engineered. Remember, these computers are not just working by accident. They are programmed by programmers. And even AI now is saying that Trump's assassination wasn't even real. That's on Snapchat, on Meta. So these people are actually trying to change the election. That's what you got to remember, just like the economic crash today. You know, sometimes our finances get out of control with the increasing cost of goods. I get it. You use your credit card. You get behind on payments. It's all so confusing. Well, let me tell you something. You can get rid of that debt today without having to file a personal loan or without having to file for bankruptcy. And the easiest way to do it is you're going to go with my friends at Done With Debt who have been helping American patriots around the country get rid of their debt today. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com, and click Vigilant News at checkout. Now, I want to remind you, it's not just debt relief, but it's actually helping you clear up your life permanently. But it is a time-sensitive offer, so you've got to click today. Click the link down below at donewithdebt.com. Now, as I mentioned, it's interesting because with Kamala Harris, you go, well, why are they trying to garner support for her? Why do they want to continue to make her seem like she's more popular than she is? Well, it could be because Speaker of the RNC, Chavos Kestenbaum, said, the Kamala Harris campaign website does not list a single policy position. This is the first presidential campaign in modern American history to not include any beliefs of the candidate. Hard to consider voting for her when she doesn't outline what she'll do as president. And you even remember her original ad? Remember that?
We believe in the promise of America, and we're ready to fight for it. Because when we fight, we win. So join us. Go to KamalaHarris.com and let's get to work.
I'ma keep on running because the winner don't quit on them.
Yeah, basically it was like, we're about freedom, we're winning, the quitters don't quit. There's nothing about what she's going to do. So they're trying to get the support without even her giving a single policy. Her website has no policies on it. So how could she have support from people who don't even know what she's trying to accomplish? Maybe because she's upholding the current regime and everyone knows regime politics will still be at play. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you for watching Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at vigilantnews.com. Or if you'd like these reports every day, you can also subscribe to our Rumble and our X accounts. We are at Vigilant News. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.